wanna get away, but I could use some company. If you're alone like me, we could go on a trip. Girl, I wanna see the sun, dive into the deep ocean, dance with you all night long, move as you swing your hips. Let's take a break from the stress and the hate. Feel the loving, feel the rhythm, singing oh na na, oh na na.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome to Mindset Monday. This is the Charge Room. I am Coach ILLY, and what we do in the Charge Room every Monday is we talk about having healthy mental health. Yes, we talk about strategies to get us through the hard times. And today, we are going to be specific about getting through a hard time. So tonight, our topic is unknown doorways. And this is a metaphor we're going to use to navigate through the hard times. So I just want y'all to get y'all some pens, friends, and some paper. Paper, pens, and friends, right? Friends, family, tag them, share this session because we're going to get real deep tonight. And we have a lot of stuff to cover in a very little amount of time. So let's hop to it. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Type the Charge Room in all the search bars, and you will see the Charge Room. You will see my face, and you can see all the episodes that you missed. And then not only that, hit that notification button where you can get notified every time we go live. So every Monday, come on in, chime on in, come sit down on our session so you can learn. And I believe in growth. Learning is a part of growing, but the key is you have to apply what you learn so you can grow successfully into your next phase of life, right? So tonight, like I said, we are going to talk about unknown doorways. Yep, a metaphor for navigating through the hard and rough times. Life often presents us with challenges. Yes, challenges that makes us feel like we're standing before a series of doors, right? Door number one, number two, number three. Sometimes you don't even get that many doors, right? But listen, these doors represent the unknown. We're going to talk about the unknown. What is the unknown? Unknown, uncertain outcomes, uncharted pathways, unanswered questions. And we get in spaces where we are in still moments that have us standing in front of a series of unknown pathways. It's like, what lies ahead? Sometimes we go through things and we don't know how we got there, but we was lifing, because life be lifing. We were lifing. But we end up in spaces and places where we have to ask ourselves, what is going on? What went wrong? Where did I make a wrong turn? And we get these outcomes that just black us out and make us blank, right? We don't know what lies ahead of us. We don't know where we are going, but we do know, one, where we came from. And you have to make that decision. Where we came from, has it been good to us? Were we good for it? So sometimes we have to fine tune ourselves to say, okay, I made a mistake before. Let me see. You have to take ownership and accountability of what went wrong. Identify things that you want to change. So even though that you may have an uncertain pathway in front of you, you can have a better idea on where you would like to go, how you would like to feel, right? So again, we don't know what lies behind these doors, these thresholds, and sometimes, most times, it will place us in a feeling of being paralyzed, right? Somebody really trying to play with me today. They want us to be paralyzed. So we don't need to be paralyzed. We don't have time to walk around like zombies. We don't have time to walk in on this earth without a purpose, without feeling that we are purposeful, without saying, okay, I'm here. What do I do? And not only that, we can't be walking around dead while we are alive. So, like on the flip side, unknown doorways can also be a powerful metaphor for growth, for resilience, for having hope during hard times. So we can place interventions of hope into our mindset so we can look our viewpoints are now opened and we can become more aware of what is in front of us and we can say, okay, my eyes are open now. I didn't see this before. I didn't see that before, right? With growth, right, comes us with light, and we're not walking in darkness, right? Because when we stand and we are tempted to stand still, we become fearful and doubtful of darkness because darkness starts to set in, right? We start to think about what we did wrong. Sometimes we can't get a grip of ourselves and our feelings and emotions, and we do a tumbling, spiraling down into a deep black hole. And sometimes you slip and fall and you can't understand how come you can't get up. But sometimes the things that you used to do before that used to get you over no longer work. They no longer work. So just as every door opens, a new opportunity opens, a new space opens, and it presents itself in a new view so you can evolve into moving forward instead of standing still. Doorways often, we know it to be unknown. It may seem daunting, and they don't place us in a place where we feel invited to take a step forward, right? We don't have faith in what's going on because we feel a little shaky. This is shaky ground here. I don't know what's going on. You ask yourself these things, but when you look at yourself in a space and you know where you came from and you don't like it, again you have the opportunity to stand and be in control of your thoughts and be in control of what you would like to do because you already know what didn't work for you, right? You can try new things, research things, get new thoughts, get new views, open your eyes to things that's new, and then invite yourself to the new. Take a step of faith and trust that something valuable lies beyond these uncertain doorways. Like sometimes the rough times can make you feel like you're walking down a long hallway. I mean, we're walking down the Green Mile. Remember that movie, The Green Mile, right? It's just seemingly feels like there is no end past door number one, door number two, or even door number three. But in these moments, it's important to remember that we do not have to walk through these doors alone. Somebody out here went through what we went through. Someone out here crossed over. Someone out here had a taste of victory going through the same doors that you're going through. And what happens to us when we're going through something, we get in a shell. We isolate ourselves and we don't like to tell anybody, like, oh my God, what is going on with me? I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm too scared to ask that one. And I'm too scared to ask this one because I don't want anybody in my business, right? But reaching out to a loved one, reaching out to somebody you trust, reaching out to a professional can provide you the support that you need to get through your journey. Listen, behind each door is a possibility, a new experience, a solution, an answered prayer. But in the perspective that you came from, sometimes we have to shift our minds to get an entirely better outlook, a new outlook on what we once saw, right? We can't control what's behind the door, but we can control how we approach it, right? We can consider curiosity over fear. We can consider resilience over defeat. We can consider growth over stagnation. The rough patches, the rough patches in life are often the very moments that push us over towards transformation. And these doors that we fear to open may lead to something more significant to our breakthroughs. Don't be afraid of breakthroughs, y'all. Don't be afraid of victory. Don't be afraid to go through the hard to get to the easy, right? When you find yourself standing before unknown doorways and facing uncertainty and stepping into feeling daunting, right? Take time out to step back and view what is really going on. Sometimes you have to stop and stand still. Sometimes you just have to pay attention because we move so fast, we miss certain things. But there's more. There is more, y'all, than to sit in dark spaces. There is more than to sit in still places. There's more than to isolate yourself, but to open your mouth and ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help so we can make it through the hard times, and we can uncover what we don't really realize that we have inner strength, right? Excuse me. We can learn things, and we can be realize that we really do have some wisdom going on up in our brains, and we can build some courage, right? Just like they did in Dorothy and the Wiz and the Tin Man and the Lion. They want to get some courage and some strength, and right, they got all of these things, wisdom, and they didn't know they had it until the end, right? But let me tell y'all, here are some ways that we can move forward so we don't have to stand in front of the unknown doors and just stare at them. We don't have to walk through the green mile to say, oh my God, when is this going to end? No, we can embrace the challenge that is in front of us, of that unknown door. We can shift our mindsets to, instead of saying, I fear this, to say, I am going to push myself to get through to a victory. Ask yourself, what could I learn from this situation that I am in? So shifting yourself, shifting your perspective from a place of fear to a place of curiosity to see, okay, let's get through this. Let's see, how did I get here? What could I do different? Who should I call to help me? I'm telling y'all, stop isolating yourselves. Stop thinking that you are the only person going through something, because you are not. Like I said, there's other people that went through what you went through. Google it. Google it. All you have to do is take your problem and go into Google or Chat GBT. Go on with the AI. You will find there are answers for you that pop up when you press the search button, right? So trust the process, y'all. Trust and recognize that not knowing what is next is perfectly okay. We have to just get through the process, get through the next part of your journey. Each experience is new. Come on with the new. I know everybody doesn't like new, but I know I love new. I love new experiences, just like you get new clothes. When you get new clothes, you get excited, right? I get a new piece of something because I love accessories, right? So my girlfriend Crystal, she gave me this. She gave me this, and I love anybody that knows me, they know I love like cultural uh tidbits of jewelry. My rings, I like them to be different, right? I don't like diamonds, so my husband got me a blue gem wedding band. So it's like I like to be different, and I'm not into the super sparkly thing. I like the natural and holistic kind of approach, especially when it comes to my health. I like different, but I like new. And if I didn't take my time out to go search for new and what's different, and I like to support small businesses, jewelers that hand make their items. I love, love, love that. So you have to take small steps and break everything down. Break it down to what you like, how you feel, what you feel you can handle. Because what's good for you, someone else is not good for you, right? And you have to break that down to make it okay that you can feel comfortable to approach to going through that door, right? Some people have to breathe and count to 10 before they can turn the knob to walk through the door. Some people can just walk through the door. Do what's good for you. Focus on the small manageable steps. Start with a single action that moves you closer to understanding, because sometimes we hear something, we may read something, but do you understand? That's the question. Do you understand to the point that you comprehend what you are resolving? Because some people go through stuff and do the steps and really don't even understand what they're doing it and what they're doing it for, right? So please break things down for you with single actions that move you closer to understanding you doing why are you doing this, for what, who, what, when, why, how, right? Break that thing down for you so you can understand. Don't just a lot. Oh my goodness. So many people say yes, yes, yes when they are receiving instructions, but their yes is really no, because they don't want to say, oh, hold up, what does that sentence mean? Oh, what does that word mean? It's okay not to know something, but it's not okay not to know and act like you know. It's not okay, because it's going to bite you later at the end. Okay. So always ask what you don't know so you can have a better understanding. Because so many people, they'll say, yes, yes, this. Oh, you got to do this. You want that because you may want something, but you may not understand what you have to go through to receive what you want, right? And again, everyone that's going through that door to get that same thing of what you want, their journey is different from yours. So please stop saying yes, 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 when it's really no, 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 or wait, hold up, I don't understand. Explain that to me a little bit better. Because you break that down, elaborate, right? Celebrate your small wins. So now, after you get to a place of understanding, celebrate yourself. Dad, have a seat, take a load off, breathe a little before you do the next step, right? So it's turning the knob. If turning the knob gives you anxiety, count to 10 as you're turning and breathe as you turning that to push that door open. Because now that you stepped over the threshold, that is a whole lot of weight on your shoulders. So now that you're over the threshold, you have opened the door. I need y'all to breathe. I need y'all to celebrate your win and breathe and give yourself a hand clap, give yourself a shoulder pat, right? So be again, each step forward, no matter how small, is a progress point. Celebrate your victory. They will build your momentum because small steps matter, baby steps matter, and you will see your growth as you celebrate yourself. Build the momentum, reinforce your resilience because you can get through this, okay? You can get through this. Number 3, learn on your support system. I'm sorry, lean. Lean on your support system. Ask for help. I done said it a million times this little bit of time we've been talking. Stop being afraid to ask for help. Just please reach out to somebody you trust. Reach out to somebody even that you don't know. People, you better believe that people that do not know you will help you quicker than the people that know you. Boom. Yeah, that part. Gain a perspective that's often larger than the picture that you see. Okay, you want A. In your mind, it's only this. But if you go to the next person that know your A and their A is this and yours is this. One time somebody told me, your goals are too small. And I couldn't understand it at first. But then as I watched the process, it clicked. It took me a short minute, but it clicked. And when it clicked, I understood what I want, I need to dream large for. I need to dream large, so large that it scares me. Like, oh my God, I can't do that. But you can. You can. Because you're going to set yourself up with people of like minds. People that already have what you're trying to get. Because they'll show you a thing or two. You can't be in your own way. You can't be resistant when someone is trying to show you something, especially if they're trying to show you and give you free information. Because 9 times out of 10, what you're trying to learn, somebody is charging you for that information. So respect the person around you that is trying to support you. Get out of your own way and stop being resistant to new information, right? Trust yourself. Recall your past challenges. Stop doubting yourself. Stop saying what you can't do. Stop placing self-doubt in your head. Stop placing negative self-talk in your head, right? Face what you have done wrong. Be accountable and say, okay, I messed up, but I'm not going to mess up anymore. I'm going to pay attention, right? I'm going to pay attention and we're going to get this done right. Take difficult situations and change the way you apply yourself. Change the way you receive the information. Follow directions. Follow directions and allow yourself to be navigated through a place where you don't know where you're going, and stop acting like you know where you're going, but you don't know where you're going, but allow yourself to be navigated through so you can get to your goal. And by that, you can build your confidence. Because you are trusting the process. You are learning, you are adapting, you are growing, you are getting through the rough patches that often reveal that you are strong somewhere inside of you, that you didn't give yourself credit, right? You didn't give yourself credit. So stay present. I need you to stay present in these moments because this is what people do. They talk 10 steps ahead of where they are. And when you do that, you start putting a whole bunch of stuff in your head. Oh, but if this happened, if that happened while I'm doing this, we didn't get there yet. Stay present. If there's a door in front of you, you're turning the handle and the directions say step through the door, cross over the threshold and stop, that's what I need you to do. I don't need you to open the door and see what's behind the next curtain. I don't need you to do that. No one asked you to do that. Just follow the directions. Give yourself a goal to turn the knob, step over the threshold, and stop. Because now you need your next set of directions. Take baby steps. Focus on the now. Come on, y'all. Focus on the now. Be mindful and breathe. Because, like I said, some of these things here, they give you some anxiety you can't even understand, right? We don't need you falling out anywhere. Take deep breaths, meditate. It helps you stay grounded when you can stay in a calm space as you moving forward through your process, right? So to reduce this anxiety about tomorrow that didn't get here yet, stay focused on what is happening right now in that hour of 7 p.m. Right? So what's going on between 7 and 8? You're going to say right here. We're not going to go to 12. We're not going to 10. We're not going to say that we're not going to talk about the next morning. We are staying between the hour of 7 and 8. So reframe fear as fuel, right? Because when you're fearful, you're stuck, you're stagnant, you're not moving. You may even be digging a hole for yourself and you're going down. I need you to stay above ground, okay? Stay above ground because you're going to get in the car. The car going to be gassed up and you're going to drive. You're going to drive on into the sunset, right? You're going to drive into the sunset. So fear holds us back, y'all. Fear holds us back from stepping into places that we ought to be, right? So be able to stop, breathe, give yourself a hand clap to say, I did it. Allow yourself to process the process, okay? So we're moving forward in spite of, because it's going to be hiccups. It's going to be hiccups. Give yourself the room for error. Give yourself room for error. So visualize yourself succeeding. Visualize your victory. Imagine what success looks like. And then I want you to work towards through the process to feel what success looks like. And when I tell you focusing on that growth, don't be perfect with it. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. We just have to get through. Because a lot of people slow themselves down because they do not allow room for mistakes. Mistakes are going to happen. Sometimes you create your own mistakes because you're trying to get everything perfect. It's just not always going to line up. And I need you to understand that it's okay to keep going. It's okay to keep going. So when you see the rough times as catalysts of growth, instead of only aiming to survive the hard times, see yourself as opportunity for personal growth so you can propel. Don't just say, okay, I just want to do this when you could do this, this, and this. And I hear people talk that way. They'll say, well, I only want. Okay, so what's your ultimate goal? So there's a goal, right? There's short-term goals, long-term goals. There's a goal, but then there's ultimate goals. What do you really want? You may want this right now, but tell me what you really want. What's the bigger picture here? Don't think you can't have the ultimate goal. Don't settle for I only want one piece of paper when you can have a whole notebook. Don't, oh, I got this one piece of paper. Then you flipping it over, then you writing on the side. Why do that when you can have a whole notebook? Don't make your own stuff hard. So many times people they get in their own way. So, again, yes, we have rough times. Yes, We go through rough patches. Yes, there's always going to be a calamity here or there, and you have to get through the process, right? But don't just settle for, oh, I only want. There's a whole world out here, y'all. Y'all better go get you some, right? So set intentions. Be intentional. Don't just expect, like, okay, well, I only expect this. I had a conversation with someone the other day. They went through so much disappointment in life that they only expect this little circle. But I had to point out to him that this world is so huge. That little circle, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are doing yourself a disservice. So why sit in this little circle with this itty bitty box? I'm trying to find an itty bitty box around here. But an itty bitty box when you could have the entire world. They used to say, oh, the world is an oyster. Listen, the world is so huge. Be intentional to go after whatever you want. Lose yourself in your mind. Like I said, dream so large that it's scary. Focus on intention. How do you want to approach this? Because remember, somebody else did it, y'all. Someone else did it. So become full of courage. Become patient with yourself. Be open to new ways of doing things. Stop setting yourself in these little, oh, people do it. And I just go, oh, open up some. Be free some. Set an intention on how do you want to move past this phase of just being these little circles and dots. Come on now. Let go of these rigid expectations and just flow because you can be flexible to be open, be flexible to learn, be flexible to stop saying no. Just be flexible, but I need you to stop saying, oh, this is how I am, or this is how I do it. Stay there, because your mind ain't gonna go too far. This world is too big and full of information, full of strategies, full of anywhere you could be led, you could get it. So imagine. Imagine what you could do if you just apply yourself. Yeah. So you have to cultivate you some patience. Give yourself time. Stop making unrealistic goals. Oh, I want to make $1 million tomorrow. There's ways that you can do that. So let me start there. However, you have to be skillful with that goal. When you're not skillful for that goal, I need you to step back and say, okay, how will you approach making $1 million? Know your abilities and capabilities, and stretch them with time. So give yourself some time, and you have to trust the timing process because, again, you have to allow yourself to have room for error, mistakes, bad days, no luck. Okay, you gotta have room for that. And be ready the next time that you have do-overs, or the next time you could turn the page to a clean slate, and don't let anyone write your future. Write your own. Let you do it. Stop letting people in your ear, because you end up doing what they want and not what you want. You're doing yourself a disservice. And 10, practice some self-compassion, y'all. Be kind to yourself. There's so many times we're not even kind to ourselves. There's so many times we don't even pay ourselves any attention at all. That self-care, self-love thing is huge with me. Huge. And when I hear people that speak and speak life into others and refuse to not speak life into themselves because they don't even consider themselves to have any type of value. Mm. You are doing yourself a disservice. Facing unknown situations can stir up self-doubt and fear. Speak life into yourself with compassion rather than judging yourself. We criticize ourselves to the ridiculous degree. Ridiculous degree. I need y'all to wake up and stop. So encourage yourself the way you would encourage someone else. Be there for yourself the way you would be there for someone else. Help yourself the way you would help someone else. And then look at what you can do when you place and apply everything that you have here and here to your situation. You can do it. You can do it. Be victorious, y'all. So acknowledge your effort. Even if you feel uncertain or you say this is difficult, acknowledge that you put in effort to move forward and give yourself credit. Give yourself credit and keep going and never turn around. You are a winner, y'all. You are a winner. You are a winner. So next time you find yourself standing before an unknown doorway, remember that stepping through it is not just about survival. It's about discovering your strength, your wisdom, your courage, and that rough times will reveal themselves within you because you can do anything. Just put your mind to it. Put your mind to it. Don't be afraid. You can do it. So thank you for stopping by tonight on Mindset Monday, the charge room, and I am Coach Illy. I know I said something that can help you or help someone else. So remember to share this session. Go on YouTube, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, the charge room. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button so you can backtrack on every type of situation that can help you live life better. Yes. So I see y'all next week. Have a good week.
I wanna get away, but I could use some company.